Hey guys, it's Faith and Faithy Gaming here. I hope you're well. Guys, we've got another matchup, Total War, Warhammer 2 for you. It is Bretonnia versus Chaos. I'm playing as Bretonnia. That's the armies that we took. I'll run through them in position and stuff, but as you can see, quite a small, expensive kind of Chaos army fielded by Crocs there. Let me just slow it down real quick, run through the armies. This is kind of a Bretonian army. I take quite a lot, kind of my cookie cutter. I use that, I throw that word around quite a lot, but yeah, two sets of peasant mobs in the kind of flanks on either side. Men at arms with shields ×2, spearmen at arms ×2 on kind of left and right flank. Two sets of peasant bowmen. One has fire arrows, a field trebuchet, two sets of foot squires, my usual kind of two sets of Grail knights as well, and then in the right flank and the left flank, a set of Knights Errant and a set of Knights of the Realm together, and the same over here, tucked away out of sight. Knights of the Realm and Knights Errant together. Crocs has gone with two delicious hell cannons. These Chaos Warriors with halberds, Chaos Marauders with great weapons ×2. Chaos Marauders with great weapons ×3. A normal set of Chaos Marauders there, a normal set of Chaos Marauders there, so two of those. Some Dragon Ogres, Prince Sigvald. He's taken the armor as well with the with the regeneration bonus. A set of Chosen with halberds. I think that's ×2, is it? No, a set of Chosen with halberds. These guys as Bretonnia are a fucking nightmare. They're literally so hard to kill. They're pretty scary. Another set of Chaos Warriors with halberds as well. So it's literally just gone real anti-large. So lots of chaos with halberds to protect these hell cannons, I imagine. Yeah. Over here is a set of he's got a set of the Warhounds with poison. These guys are pretty useful if you use them properly. Slow you down and stuff like that. So yeah, it was a bit daunting walking into this. A lot of halberds. And Chaos versus Bretonnia is quite a difficult fight anyway. I put it on full speed. He starts sounding off on some of my guys. I think he realises that he can take the treb out pretty quickly. Yeah, which it literally is going to make short work of that treb. But yeah, for its sins, probably a good idea taking this off the field because this thing can do really good damage to those Chosen with halberds. It'll literally do some decent damage to those later games. So yeah, you probably want to take this off the field. I think it does pretty good. The morale on it literally drops. And these guys do run, I think.
Come on!
I go into a bit of a flanking position with these guys, but yeah, it's not an ideal. It's got kind of woods here that'd be difficult to go through. These woods here aren't ideal, and I don't see these Chaos Warhounds, and I'm obviously looking at other things. Lewin goes up to try and do a little bit of haste, see if he can break his formation, but he's made this nice little defensive kind of diamond, yeah, whatever you want to call it, kind of that protect these two hell cannons, which yeah, is a bit of a pain because the units he's chosen as well. I don't want to throw my kind of cavalry straight in the front of him because these great marauders with great weapons are probably the best people for me to hit, and yeah, everywhere else is halberds. So yeah, pretty awkward and not great. I do try and make my way up through the woods with these guys though. Knights of the Realm here, obviously these marauders are a tasty target to try and punch into as well. Gets two nasty kind of blows off there. Grail's flanking around, slow it down so you can kind of see what's going to join. He catches me in the woods here. He catches a set of my Knights of the Realm, which is a pain in the ass because the Ogres are on the way over, and I really didn't want to fight these guys in the trees with just these two sets of cavalry because I think they'd probably take them both with the Chaos Warhound. So I think I just sacrificed the Knights Errant to get those guys round. I hit these marauders, but yeah, these guys try and fall in. I'm just trying to make holes at the moment and figure out what I can and can't do, while peppering a set of kind of halberds. Yeah, these aren't fights I really want. Kind of these men at arms against anything in that front line is not ideal. He does make a slight error and he doesn't finish my field trebuchet off. So that kind of plays quite a vital role at end game, which sorry, I sacrificed a set of Knights of the Realm to finish. I wouldn't have got out of that. The poison and the Chaos Warhounds would have just eaten them if I'd run, so I just left them to die really. In the back here, my Grail Knights give it a go. I try to get into these Hell Cannons, which kind of softly get you kind of at the moment, because I don't want to commit to anything and then lose my cavalry, because I will need those guys later game. Our infantry are just getting absolutely brutalized. You can see that men-at-arms, they've only been in combat for maybe 15-20 seconds and they were already on the way out. He does send these Knights of the Realm off in the woods, which he was always gunning. Out of the back here, I'm just desperately trying to find gaps, but as you can see, these guys got a little bit caught up in these Chosen with halberds, and look what they did to them. They literally absolutely ruined half a set of my Grail Knights, which put me off doing anything kind of brave again with those guys. Real difficult to get in. I start winning the fight on the front a little bit. My foot squires get in, start doing some good damage against these marauders with great weapons. He is holding back with trying to protect these Hell Cannons, who about now are they're doing some good damage to these guys. My Grail Knights is on the back here. He does send his Dragon Ogres in against two sets of Grail Knights and the Knights of the Realm, and honestly, those guys absolutely butcher them. He does manage to send off my Knight Errant with morale, but I'm happy with that. Kind of a set of Dragon Ogres literally ruined by two sets of Grail Knights and a set of Knight Errants, to the point that they're going to break, and their effectiveness of the game is probably pretty bone now. The middle here, rather than a kind of a fight, turns into just a bit of a messy kind of mosh pit. Some of our guys pushed through. We actually got into the Hell Cannons with some of our Knights of the Realm, so we're doing some good damage. Our right flank is absolutely crumbled. Our left flank is probably going to be okay. We got some returning Knights of the Realm. We got caught out in the woods, taking on some of these Chaos Marauders with some support from some spears and men-at-arms at the back, so they'll quickly waver and retreat. To be fair, we're pushing through really well. We've got rid of, I think, most of the Chaos Great Weapons, but what we're left with is these horrible bunches of kind of Chaos Warriors with halberds and Chaos Chosen with halberds, kind of converging on this middle spot. But all the time, my Field Trebuchet still firing away, and now starting to rack up some really good kills on these Chosen. And a bit of a blob coming in here. The team managed to get a set of these Knights of the Realm pinned down in there pretty horrifically. All my Grail Knights and everything that got caught out down here with the Dragon Ogres, they're all starting to return, which is good. And what I just very little options really, apart from to converge on this middle bit here, which just suits my archers down to the ground. Really, they can get some good shots off on these guys. But overall, not really looking good for Bretonnia. Lewin and Sigvald having a bit of a tussle there, but Lewin does not want to be in that fight. I'm pretty sure Lewin's a beast himself, but Sigvald would probably take him with the regeneration, with that armor on. I know Lewin has some regeneration as well, but Sigvald's got the better weapon strength. We do manage to cause some good damage with that Trebuchet firing off. The Foot Squire is kind of doing some really good damage, 106 kills there. Some of our infantry getting some real good kills with cheap infantry as well. Cycle charging my cavalry in and out, because you cannot leave them in there against Chosen. Those guys got 115 kills and they're still super healthy. That's a set of Chaos Warriors gone there. Another set of Chaos Warriors looking really bleak there. Trebuchet still sounding off. And from bulking up here in the centre, my archers have racked up some really good kills. The Trebuchet is on 84 really good kills as well. And that's kind of, I think, where everyone bulked up here to try and finish off my my infantry forces kind of done himself in a little bit because he's been really kind of picked out. He then spreads everything out a little bit. That obviously that trebuchet is causing him a lot of hassle, but it's out of ammo now. He then, with a lot of his infantry kind of now starting to get quite low, and me with quite a lot of cavalry left on the field, he spreads out a bit, which gives me a good opportunity to try and smash the kind of bits and bobs that have disappeared, which it's starting to lean towards more in our favour. It's still relatively middle, but with the archers I've got left, it's starting to run out of ammo as well. A lot of cheap infantry left that these guys would potentially cheese through. Quite a lot of cavalry left, but all super low, and these chosen still in the game. And I do not want to send my my cavalry blind to these guys. I make a bit of an error here. These Grail Knights get caught up, and they'll pay for that. Mistake. The idea now is just to try and pin these guys down with cheap infantry to let them butcher. Use my knights to flock around and finish off whatever's left. Sigvald's still super healthy. I'm not sure where Lewin is. I think he's flocking around with these guys. He is. Up to 159 kills. All my archers are out of ammo. My field trebuchets out of ammo as well. We've cleaned up everything else though, so as it stands now, he's just down to these chosen and Prince Sigvald, but they've done like another 10 kills in just the last time that I clicked on them. And they're literally just churning through our infantry. If you look, there's nothing left to really hold them up. Lewin's in here, set of spears, two sets of peasant bowmen. Yeah, field trebuchet crew is going to be on its way, and that just leaves this set of knights to try and finish him off. They get a good charge in into the back of them, but they're all doing. That guy's got 19 models left, and it's pretty low. Their morale does start to break. Prince Sigvald has got he's got quite a lot of morale. Some regroupers, but they'll fall away. He's got quite a lot of health, quite a lot of morale. I don't think Lewin will take him, so I'm just hopeful that I can keep kind of cycle charging in and get rid of them. I think this sees off the chosen finally flee. Sigvald's still in there doing his work, but yeah, I was pretty hopeful about now that I'd done enough to turn it. Sigvald holds on for quite a while. He's up to 63 kills. Lewin trying to do work on him, but yeah, that regeneration, that armor is so for kind of 200 gold. It's totally worth taking. Just keep lining my cab up to just keep kind of cycle charging in the hope to ruin his morale, but like I said, he holds on for quite a while. That was a really tough fight. Really enjoyed that. The Chaos Chosen with halberds and that kind of heavy anti-large army, just real kind of terrifying prospects of Bretonnia. One slip up with your cavalry getting caught out slightly, and literally that is what happens. There's got to be 15 to 20 dead unit models there, literally just caught out in an easy slip up. Down here, sacrificed quite a lot of knights just to clear out some dragon ogres. Just little things. Knights getting caught out in the trees over here, getting caught out by Chaos Warhounds here. Yeah, with your infantry just not capable of standing against them. So taking the kind of the halberds just doubles up as kind of against Bretonnia, just doubles up as the right thing to do, because they'll literally hold their own against the infantry, and super kind of wary of getting the cavalry caught out in them. I'll be keen to see how much damage the hell cannons did as well, and what kind of some of the marauders with great weapons got. Yeah, they seem to die out quite quickly. I think he takes a couple more charges here to finish his morale, but he's holding on well. He saves regeneration cap. 75 kills. Lewin trailing on 19. If I flick around my cavalry, these guys haven't got. Finally breaks. I'll go to the stats and have a look. My cavalry didn't really get. Quick sip of coffee. Didn't really get the kills I was hoping for. It's so hard to use in that fight, just through fear of just losing them to a set of halberds. So peasants racking up a couple of kills, which is surprising, kind of maybe against Chaos Marauders. Spearmen at arms not really racking up. Foot Squires doing work though, kind of 147, 89 kills, which is good. They're not comparable to kind of great swords or anything, but they are worthwhile taking. They kind of hold their own more than anyone else. Knights Errant doing some good work there, getting some good kills. I think both my Knights of the Realm got caught out quite quickly. One kind of sacrificed in the woods, and another in the fighting. Grail Knights 71, 57 kills. They're expensive cavalry to only get kind of that many kills. Granted, this guy, Crocs are quite a small, expensive army, so there aren't that many units to actually chop through. So yeah, overall pretty chuffed that kind of came on top of that. I'll quickly, Marauders getting crazy kills considering they're just cheap infantry. Great weapons, yeah, not really getting the if the Marauders are pulling out kills of over 100. The great weapon Marauders probably should have pulled out with more than kind of 40 kills each. These guys with halberds, yeah, not doing crazy money work. One of them getting some really good kills, but maybe getting kind of caught out by the Foot Squires a little bit then, who did get good kills. So maybe some normal Chaos Warriors would have been better. Maybe it got picked out by archers in that kind of frontline fight. Those chosen are absolutely brutal. 192 kills, just really scary unit to try and face down. Chaos Warhounds playing with themselves, just catching those Knights of the Realm out, kind of Dragon Ogres. He threw those away a bit into the two sets of Grail Knights, who are actually anti-large, so maybe should have kept those up in the fighting, just smashing through cheap infantry rather than have thrown them away like that. I think he was a bit surprised when we were on TeamSpeak kind of thing, when we were doing this, and I think he's a bit surprised at how quickly the Grail Knights flattened them. So, and yeah, Hell Cannons, two of them, not really getting the, not really paying for themselves as you kind of thought they would. His front lines were quite close to these guys, so probably trying to get some difficult shots off onto these front lines, kind of mortar shots, which they're not the best at doing. So overall, really good game. I enjoyed that. I was quite chuffed that we did come away with the win. I thought there's a couple of stages of our fight. I thought we'd definitely lost that. So yeah, GG. Guys, if you like the video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel. We're releasing regular content. Waiting for SFO, should be like a day or a day or two before it's out. Also moving house to a more sturdy connection, which has been stopping me from streaming and stuff lately. So next couple of weeks, kind of exciting times, couple of streams, and kicking off some campaigns and stuff as well. So hopefully releasing a bit more content. I'll have some kind of privacy as well. So until the next one, guys, be safe, and I'll catch you again. Cheers.